Hello, world. I'm Dallas.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Jesse.
And we're the Reshoots.
Sure about that?
I thought Demi said something. And you're watching a review of Baby Driver. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Say it. Say it.
No.
Tequila!
Tequila.
Hey!
Oh my god, I wanted
We might
to
get
say
sued
it
for
so
that
bad.
one.
Okay. Anyway.
So what do you guys think of the movie?
Oh my god,
Woo!
I loved it. So good.
I liked it a lot. I liked it very much.
You liked it.
It was really
I'm already having trouble deciding whether Logan or Wonder Woman is my favorite movie of the year so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of pissed now because throwing Baby Driver into that same conversation is not helping matters.
I mean,
And now I'm
Baby
just
Driver
like,
is definitely
it's
my
like a
favorite
three-way
movie.
tie for favorite movie of the year, and it's kind of annoying me at this point.
No, yeah, Baby Driver is my favorite movie of the
Is
year.
it?
So far. Yeah, no, it's
It's a really
just really
damn good movie.
I liked it.
I had a lot of
I
fun.
didn't like it as much as they did, apparently. It's not my favorite, but it's awesome. It's very good.
No, yeah, I
Out of their
definitely
list
want to
stuff.
see this again. I
do
definitely want to see it again.
it.
Baby Driver is the story of Baby, a kid that is being blackmailed by a character called Doc into being his driver. Baby is really close to getting finally out of Doc's debt. He thinks he's free, he finds himself a nice girl, and then Doc pulls him back in, and all hell breaks loose. It's a pretty easy, simple plot.
But with a lot of twists.
And turns.
Yeah.
You were sitting on that one.
Oh my
I
god.
was waiting.
But it seems like a movie you've seen 1,000 times, but it's not.
And then
It kinda-
and then you get to the end and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't expect.
Which end?
Like exactly. It
If I had
ends
to
like
complain
3
about the
different
movie-
times.
And it might be my only complaint about this movie is that it does end a lot of times. How many
Yeah.
times does he kill John Hamm, wraps up everything, and goes to save the girl and drive off?
Also,
That scene happens about 4 to 5 times.
yeah. Also, you thought that Kevin Spacey was gonna be the villain, and Kevin Spacey ended up kind of being a bro at the end, and then John Hamm was the villain, which was like,
You guys want to start with the end of the movie?
yes, we
Is that
are.
what we're
We have
doing?
to talk about this.
No, we should rewind.
No, we should.
We should
we'll cut
definitely.
that.
So the movie starts
Yes.
with a kick-ass bank
opening
robbery
scene.
scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Oh,
opening bank robbery.
Can we talk about the opening, just little lip sync thing that he did?
Well,
Because
yeah.
I was immediately enamored with Baby. the
That's
main
me at
character.
work. I actually don't make any money from doing YouTube. My real job, I drive a lot for my real job, and that's me in the car all the time.
Yeah, everybody does that. So
Uh-huh.
you immediately relate to this character. He's immediately charming just because of that whole, like, he was into the lip sync. Okay, he was like banging on the door of the car, and you were like, yes. And then he turned into this badass like driver. And
What
you were like,
I love though is that
everything.
it's the same thing that everybody does, where he waits for the guys to get like in the bank. They've closed the door behind him. They've started shooting the place. Now he's safe. Now he can just go nuts with it. Which is
It was like the only scene with John Bernthal in it.
Oh, yeah.
That and the scene immediately following.
Punish
So,
Shane.
if you're watching the movie for John Bernthal, aka Shane from Walking Dead, aka the Punisher, he's barely in it.
There's a reason he's not on the poster.
He's in like the beginning, the opening scene, and then the scene that follows that. Peace.
All right, let's talk about Baby, like the guy, Baby, the
who
character.
was played by Ansel Elgort, by the way.
Yes.
On Solo.
Yeah, on Solo. If you didn't know, he's a DJ that goes by on Solo.
The only thing I've seen him in, because the Divergent movies never happened, the only thing I've seen him in
The Fault
is
in Our
The
Stars.
Fault in Our Stars,
Yeah.
which he was good in, but I was wondering if he could play this kind of role.
It
Turns out
wasn't
it's-
charming. It was awkward. And
He doesn't
kind
need
of,
to
like
do a lot.
solemn. Yeah.
That's
He's
what
kind
I'm
of standing
He just
there,
kind of,
so I
but
feel like
he does that well.
most people could play this role.
Yeah.
Well, no, but then he lets loose whenever he's alone. You see him dancing and
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So he kind of goes to these extremes of quiet, not doing much, very stone-faced, to suddenly dancing and having a good
Yeah.
time.
Or like when he
Good
like the
dancing.
moments when he's alone going to get the coffee, and you see that character shift. You see him like shift from like I'm gonna go get the coffee, and then as soon as he like goes in the building, he's like, you know, like they did the scene with him carrying the coffee. He's immediately back to like the solemn, silent guy.
It's like me when I go to work. As soon as I'm out, I'm like, yeah, I'm living a good life, and then I go to work, and I'm just like,
We're-
this.
Everyone.
learning
So
They go to
many
So
work.
many things about the way you feel.
I relate to this movie hard. My boss
This
is
might be
Kevin
about
Spacey.
you. You're a driver.
Yeah,
You got headphones on.
that's right. So do
Oh
you.
my God!
I'm
Did you have
not
a
a
secret
driver.
life, Jesse?
I do. What do you think I do in my work van all day? I spin it out in alleyways.
We're gonna have to see that.
I'll show it to you. Demi saw it on the way over here. He basically played 3 characters. There's the character when he's free and he's doing his own thing, he's by himself. There's the character when he's on the job and he just is hating everything about his life. And then there's a character when he's with Lily James' character, Debbie.
He's kind of just like an amalgamation of both when he's with her, because it's like he talks more than he would with his goons,
Right.
but he's not all over the place. So he's just kind of back to being a regular guy.
It is kind of in the
who I
middle,
think
yeah.
anyone could play this role aside from the dancing scenes, because when he's with Debbie, he's
Tobey
just
Maguire.
talking. He could do all of it. Jamie Foxx, Bats,
Bats was crazy.
my homie Bats, Leon. He was insane, but he was awesome.
In the membrane.
Oh my god.
John Hamm asked him, "Does every story you tell end with a dead body?" And he's just like, "I guess you just have to find out." He was so dope. Deborah, Lily James, Deborah, waitress.
She spelled her name funny.
She is
Cinderella.
the least interesting character in the movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's just kind of there.
But like, as far as main characters go, followed almost kind of closely by Baby, because I like John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, and Jamie Foxx. They're more interesting to me than Baby. Baby's great. I like him.
Really liked Baby.
But as far as being interesting characters,
Uh-huh.
Jamie Foxx, Kevin Spacey, John Hamm.
See, I feel like...
Not
Really?
Darling, because she didn't do a lot.
Really, I wanted to know how little Baby learned how to break into cars when he was a child. Like that.
Yeah,
That's
street
what
urchin.
See, I
wanna
feel
know.
like all the
I
gangs
guess.
were more generic to me.
Yeah,
like gang
he was
character?
a little bit
Yeah,
more
like characters we've seen
dynamic.
before. I mean, maybe not Jamie Foxx as much, because he had that crazy thing going on that was just Jamie Foxx crazy.
Well, John Hamm
But
had this
John
crazy
Hamm
thing
was
going
kind
on,
of
too.
more...
Yeah.
Yeah, but John Hamm
John
was more
Hamm
like
had a
typical
mental break.
gangster
I feel
kind of
like
character
more.
that you see in these type of movies. Kevin Spacey was Kevin Spacey.
If you've ever seen Kevin Spacey in anything, then you know he's pretty much like that.
Which is why I thought that Doc was going to be the final boss. I thought he was going to be
But if
the
you watch
great
the trailer,
villain.
it's pretty... It sets it up, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, Doc is the guy you got to worry about.
Well, also the whole movie, he was the mastermind, so you kind of expect him to be the final boss.
I almost feel like this role was written for Kevin Spacey, because it's Kevin Spacey at his most Kevin Spacey-ish.
Yeah.
Whereas he's got that kind of quiet, scary thing that you've seen in House of Cards or Seven or Usual Suspects, but it's also like the quick talking, fast-paced
Yeah,
Kevin
and like
Spacey
charming.
that
Like,
you saw in
Doc was charming.
When he's
I don't
giving
know,
the...
Nine Lives.
Wow. When he's giving the exposition to, I think it was Buddy, and he's drawing on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
well,
great.
That's one of my
That
favorites.
was,
wow,
that
I
was
drew this
great.
whole thing.
He's
That's
like,
impressive.
while I was telling you.
Goddamn
Which is great, because you see a lot of scenes like that where the character is just giving exposition.
While
in the
he's
midst of a
doing
conversation.
something really cool.
But, like, they actually addressed it. Here.
Yeah.
He's like, thank you, Edgar Wright.
I'm
for
amazing.
doing that for us.
I like it.
Edgar
That
Wright
was
can do no
good.
wrong.
Ooh,
He's
That was a
fantastic.
good
Wow.
scene.
Was that a fun?
It can be.
So let's real quick, I guess, talk about the real final boss, which was Buddy.
Hamm.
That's
Which is
played
funny,
by John
because I was going to
Hamm.
say, his role was actually written for him. Like,
John Hamm was?
Yeah, in
Really?
actuality.
Oh, which makes
So-
sense. It was low key a little bit Mad Men-y at the
He went kinda mad
in,
at the
like,
end.
middle
He
there.
was a madman.
He was a madman.
But he did great. I kind of feel bad for him, because, like, he just wanted to,
Wanted
get
his
some money,
girl.
be with his lady,
Yeah.
support the drug habit. Everything slowed down when he really starts to spend time with Debbie.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And it was like, this is something I acknowledge that this probably has to happen. We need to build this up. But, man, it was just such a, like, halting change
Let's
of
get
pace.
back to the
'Cause it was
car
like,
chases.
and then, like,
I'm
oh,
gonna spend
my name's
time
Baby.
with the girl.
I want coffee. And she's like, hi, baby. And it's just like, this is kind of boring, guys. Do something. And then, like, what do you want to do? Let's go to the laundromat. I'm like, cool.
Okay, but the clothes, like that scene, like production-wise,
It's pretty.
like it was pretty. Like
Very pretty.
they were
Prettiest
like
looking laundromat you've
scanning
ever
through
seen.
the laundromat, and all the clothes in like the different cycles was like one color. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
a red washing machine, a blue washing machine, a green one. It was pretty.
To be fair, is how you should be doing your laundry. If you're doing
No,
it right.
It is. It's true.
I don't have enough red clothes for that.
She was fine.
It was
So it
there.
she was cool.
Yeah.
The love, like, the relationship was
0 to 60.
heavily accelerated for such
Yeah,
a slow part of the movie.
It was
Oh,
0 to
yes.
60.
Because they
Yeah,
meet.
0 to 60.
Uh-huh. They meet each other in the diner.
Mhm.
She invites him to the laundromat.
Right.
In the laundromat, they have the conversation about going to this really nice, the finest wine in the dining of all the wines and dines,
Also,
which is cool. But this is all the times they've seen each other.
Right.
And
It's
by
about
the end
3
of
times at this
that,
point.
he is super attached to this woman.
Well, and apparently she
Somehow.
was for him too.
yeah.
Right?
Like,
It's
he
like-
tells her like I love you, and she's like,
It's like almost like Romeo and Juliet.
well, that's
Yeah, I
what they
think that
called
was
him,
the
right? He's
idea.
like Romeo.
Creepy. It's different.
She was in Romeo and
Ambiguous.
Juliet. It was
I
super
don't feel like this
fast,
is realistic.
and at
Yeah,
the same
it
time was
wasn't.
super slow.
Because they're not, yeah, right? Like, the scenes are super slow, but the progression of the relationship is
Yeah,
super
it
fast,
was
and it's
really-
like these aren't kids.
No.
Like
Yeah.
adults don't act like this.
Yeah, not
I think the
really.
problem with it was just the dialogue during the flirting scenes was not great.
No.
Like I made the joke earlier off camera that these are the 2 worst flirters you've ever seen in a movie. Can we talk about the car scenes now?
Yes! Oh my god, yes. And I was like, why am I attracted to this car chase?
Why am I attracted to that car?
No, it wasn't the car chase. It wasn't it wasn't the people. It was like the way it was shot, the car chase. I was like, this is like sexy as fuck.
I feel like you say this about a lot.
I do.
You said
Why
about
am I
the
attracted
title
to
of the Black
blank?
Panther
Yeah.
trailer.
Because
Not anyone
that
in the
trailer-
Black
I'm
Panther
attracted to
trailer.
this font.
Just the font of the title.
the
Cool. That's
trailer
gonna be your
was
thing. That's
sexy.
cool. That's what you do.
I was attracted to the trailer.
Is it weirdly sexual?
No, it was like good sexual.
Okay,
The cars are good sexual.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, the scene, not the cars, not the people. Like the way, just the scene was just like.
you can watch every trailer, every piece of footage that they released. You still don't know where this movie's going. And I realized that was the case in that opening scene during that first chase scene when they do the car spin that's in every trailer, which was the big moment at the end of every trailer, right within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Right.
I was like, oh, we're here already.
I was like,
Now I have
that
no
was
idea
so
what's coming
Yeah,
next.
what's gonna be?
I'm like, how are you going to top this? And
We already did it.
I
They
loved
did, though.
every
They
every
did
time he got
top it.
behind the wheel of a car.
Also, John Bernthal's in a lot of the trailer, and he's in like the first 5 minutes of the movie. So
Yeah.
now it's
Well,
like,
because the
we don't know what's
trailer
happening.
is mostly the first
Yeah, it's
act
the
of the
beginning.
movie, yeah.
Which
Which
is
I
great.
loved.
Yeah.
I love that. You can't get that with a big blockbuster these days.
No,
you can get that
can't.
with
They
an
don't
Edgar Wright
save you
movie. though.
anything. Yeah.
No,
It's
man.
just lowball enough.
You never know. What if everything in the Spider-Man trailer is the beginning?
I
it's
hope so.
A
Oh my
completely
goodness.
different movie. Like Venom shows up. Sorry.
The Matrix move
More.
when the car
Oh
goes
yeah,
up on the
that
wall.
was
That was
crazy.
dope.
That was so cool.
That was awesome.
This kid's just really
A
good
giant
at the car.
truck.
He was awesome. And they have there's a foot chase that's pretty awesome too when he's running through
running
the
from the
mall. and
car. Yeah.
everything. That was also very cool, but the whole time you're just like, get in a car, dude.
Yeah,
We want you to get in a car.
car.
I'm loving this foot chase. I'm having a
Yeah.
blast, but get in a goddamn car.
I was like distracted by like he had super tight pants on. I was like, how is he running in these pants?
Stretchy
Get him
pants.
in a car. I like the way that they used the tinnitus in this movie.
Mhm.
You didn't hear that he had tinnitus unless like he was being somehow threatened or taken out of a safe space by the people around him. So like when John Hamm's character was threatening him, when he was like running away from the cops and didn't have his headphones, like that's when that sound, like the really high pitched like ringing, that's when the audience could
I
actually
noticed
hear
that. That was
it.
really
What-
good.
And it was like a really good like storytelling device. It's like baby is not cool right now, and that's why you can hear this awful noise. I
Yeah,
really
the
like
whole
that.
movie was told from Baby's point of view, not just in the fact that he was the main character, but if he was listening to music, we were listening to that music, and the
Mhm.
whole world around him was going to the beat of that music,
Yeah.
which happens when you're walking down the street with your headphones on. It feels like the whole world
Yeah,
is going to your
everything
beat.
is on your soundtrack. Which
And
is, I
they,
think,
they
what-
edited the movie to that. But then
Mhm.
when they came out, that's when you knew shit got real. There was no more music. You heard the ringing, and the entire tone and pacing of the movie would shift for those scenes.
Yeah.
And I loved it. So let's talk about the soundtrack.
Oh my god, these songs. Also, can we talk about, okay, I really like this thing that movies are doing now where they are choosing to go with older songs rather than like the new stuff that's been coming out.
It's called the
Deadpool-
Guardians of the Galaxy effect.
Yeah, like Guardians started this whole thing, and Deadpool definitely continued and piggybacked off it. Dude, my mom used to play that song in the mornings.
Did you know a lot of these songs?
No, but they were like older in. It was a sound that I'd heard before.
You just relate to songs you don't know.
No. They're like, it's like a sound that you've heard before. It's a sound you're familiar, or like genres
style
you've heard
of
before.
music.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So it's like it makes it instantly familiar, as opposed to like I don't know EDM that I don't really.
I said there was a solid like half of the songs I'd heard before. Kind of like an average Guardians movie. Every time Guardians comes out or Deadpool you mentioned, it was like, I know exactly half of these songs. One pops up, I have no idea what that is. One pops up, I'm like, I know that song. I know Tequila.
I knew that one.
Everybody
I
knows
knew that one.
Tequila.
I was waiting for more songs that I knew. I
Dude,
was
that
like-
was the best part.
It's funny.
What's
I
he
think-
listening to?
I think the song that was most familiar with me was one that wasn't his when he stole a car, and they played "Run the Jewels," and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, Run the
of
Jewels
course.
is back," just like that.
Step into the spotlight.
Exactly. But yeah,
I'm gonna download this whole soundtrack.
Didn't you
Probably.
already?
I downloaded most of it on the drive over here to film this review,
For this
as
story.
much as I could, but I didn't get all the way done.
So you
I'll
were
get there.
like, how did you do that? Never mind. I'm not
Don't worry
going to
about it.
ask how you did it while driving.
he's a driver. He's
That's right. That's what I
baby.
do.
Yeah.
I'm a driver, baby.
You dork.
That's a good way to end it, right? Before we go, I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine. His name is Micah, and he's in the movie
Yeah.
very briefly. The first time Baby buys coffee, he goes in, and the dude is like, "What's your name?" He says, "Baby." He's like, "Baby?" B-A-B-Y baby, because that's not a real name. But yeah, that dude is Micah. Micah, you're awesome. Shout out to you.
At the Jester 1138.
I am at Damn It Gabby on Instagram.
I am on Twitter, a king named Simba, aka Duck McGuck.
That's Colin. And also, we are at the Reshoots on Instagram, Twitter, everything. And we have a Facebook page now that we're going to put here.
Moving up in the world.
Ooh. Okay, and that's it. Have fun out there.
Did they give us a baby?
Bye.
Into the
Baby,
mic.
B-A-B-Y, baby.
That works. That's good. All right. Yay!
Give us a baby.
Roll.
Hello, world. I'm Dallas.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Jesse.
Mm.
That's the word that goes over my name.
Somebody's
I'm Gabby. I'm Dallas. I'm
How accurate.
Perfect. Wow.